Hey, what's up, guys? Combat Saturday. So today's topic, I wanted to, break down lineage in martial arts and the problems with it. Okay, with always going on about it. All right. Um, there's a lot of politics in in the martial arts. Some are worse than others. Um, but regardless, though, there politics is an issue that's kind of across the board. It's total BS, but that's just the way it is. Okay, and why exactly is it like that? And and what's the problem with it? Okay, now a lot of people like to hide behind their lineage as a way to show that what they're doing, as a way to prove that they're good and that they're legit somehow. Okay, well, let me tell you something. Okay, it doesn't really matter what lineage you claim to come from. Okay, if you can't fight, you can't fight. All right, if you can't teach, you can't teach. All right, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, um, now I'm not saying that if you learn from some complete fraud that's worth a lot, but the fact that you can trace your lineage to some skillful guy, whatever, that doesn't automatically make you good. All right. Now I'm gonna take an example from my system, Wing Chun. Okay. Many of you know Ip Man. Okay, he was Bruce Lee's teacher. All right, and he was very famous in the Wing Chun system. But that's a problem. A lot of people like to fall back on the name Ip Man as if that proves that you automatically can fight. Okay, there are a whole ton of guys who claim to trace their lineage to Ip Man, but they suck. They can't fight. All right. Now that's not a reflection of the system. That's a reflection of them. All right. Now, going into a technical side of it first. Okay, people don't understand. They never reach the higher levels of the system. They don't understand it. Okay, they only know these beginner level drills and things like that. So they're sitting in fights doing these like beginner level drills and things. When people stand like that in their stance and they're doing this kind of thing, this is just to understand your center, to feel your center and feel your rooting and things like that. That's what it's for. Okay, these are beginner drills. Okay, and when you practice your forms, you're doing that because you want to enhance, you want to train certain attributes. Okay, that's why you're doing it. And then look at a speed bag in boxing. Okay, that's done to teach rhythm and timing. That's why they do it. So if you train with speed bag, you hit it, go bop 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 bop. You hit it, it goes 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 right? And that's done to train rhythm and timing. Do you go into a fight going right? I mean, obviously not, right? It's done to train certain attributes. So when you do the Wing Chun forms, it's done to train these attributes of understanding your rooting and center and those things and your proper positioning and stuff like that. It's done in a bit more of a mechanical, rigid way, but when you get into a real fight, it's not meant to be like that anymore. By that time, you're supposed to be fluid enough and skillful enough that you can fight in a more flowing manner. Okay, that's the whole idea. But guess what? If you only stay with the school for a short time and you didn't learn those things, you wouldn't know it. So you get these idiots who have been taught by these other idiots who go into a competitive match like this, and guess what? They get the shit beaten out of them. Okay, big shock. Okay, big shock. I mean, I don't know what you're expecting to happen. Okay, so the problem here is that when it in the Wing Chun system is that when it became known that Ip Man was Bruce Lee's teacher, and after Bruce Lee's popularity exploded in the 70s, all these people came out of the woodwork. People who had been at the school for a short time and say, "Hey, wait a minute! I trained with Ip Man too. Well, I can open my own school and I can claim lineage to the same teacher that Bruce Lee had." And there's a thing. Now a lot of people who join schools, martial arts schools. The majority of them only are at the school for a fairly short time, then they quit. Okay, and a lot of the ones who are there only go sporadically. All right, now that's a fact. Anyone who's ever trained in martial arts for any length of time, you know that students are cycling in and out of there all the time. You know this is true. Okay, you get serious students, but they're the minority. Okay, a lot of people will try it for a few months, and then they'll quit. Maybe they'll stick around for a year, and they'll quit. Okay, the number of people who actually stick it out for a long time and truly master it, they're rare, and you know that any martial art. Okay, well, like I said, when that became known that Ip Man was Bruce Lee's teacher, all these guys who've been training there for a short time suddenly claimed to be students of Ip Man, and they made claim to this strong lineage. Okay, well, guess what? They only reached a low level. Okay, and if you look at the forms, you look at the Wing Chun forms. Okay, Silum Tao is the first form. Okay, there's a handful of forms in the Wing Chun system. Okay, but the first form is called Silum Tao, and everyone's Silum Tao is actually really similar. Okay, because that's the first form, so most people stuck around long enough to learn that, so they look similar. But the other two are different a lot of times, because all these people, all these idiots who didn't learn the whole system, they had to make it up. They had to add in things, and they had to and then some of them started lying and saying that, well, I learned the real Wing Chun, everyone else is learning crap, and all this stuff, and then it just blew up from there. Okay, and all because they wanted to claim lineage to Ip Man. Okay. Now, and a lot of people, though, they didn't have much of an answer, though, when footage surfaced of Ip Man. His son filmed him doing the traditional forms only a short time before he died, actually. And some guys were claiming that they knew the real system and whatever, and that other people were being taught a fake system. So you're going to tell me that a guy's going to get out of his deathbed and film a fake system? Okay, I mean, the guy was dying, all right, and he's going to get out of his deathbed intentionally to put a fake system to film. Really, are you really that stupid? Okay, so no. Relying on lineage as a way to show that you're good is meaningless. Okay, the proof's in the pudding. Okay, you need to actually be able to pressure test what you're doing. If you can't pressure test what you're doing, and don't tell me it's too dangerous to spar with because you're gonna kill everyone. Don't tell me this crap. Okay, all right. There are things like range and timing. All right, and understanding how to read your opponent and reaction and all these things which you get from pressure testing that you can't get any other way. Okay, don't give me this crap about how you can't spar because you have to kill a person and this and that. And you're gonna punch him in the throat and he'll die. And don't give me this crap. Okay, it's the worst cop out ever. Okay, so any system can stand up to pressure testing, and if it can't, guess what? It's BS. Your teacher is BS. Okay, your school is BS. All right. Obviously, I believe in all the systems which I teach, which I practice. They work. I know they work. All right. But a lot of other people, they just follow blindly whatever their teacher says. Okay, even though they have no concept of real fighting, of real combat. Okay. So, anyways, this whole thing is in response to a video, to a question I got on Facebook a while ago asking me about my lineage. Okay, now I have no problem telling you my lineage. I can. Okay, but that's not the whole story. The story doesn't end there. Okay, you need to understand that what you're learning is actually valuable, and what you're learning can actually be applied in a real situation. Okay, and what you're learning has been pressure tested, and that you do that on a regular basis. Okay, all right, and believe me, okay, I mean, I've fought before, in competitive situations. Okay, also a number of times in the street as well. Okay, and I can tell you, you're going to learn really quickly if your stuff can withstand pressure testing under those conditions. okay? Especially in the street, okay? Because people do all kinds of unorthodox things in the street, okay? So, I mean, you better be sure of yourself if you're going to actually do that, okay? And I can tell you absolutely that my stuff does hold up, that these traditional systems do hold up, okay? But that doesn't mean that everyone teaching knows what they're doing, okay? There's a lot of BSers and things like that, okay? There's one guy, Mr. Salga, I know of in particular. I'm not going to say his name right now because I don't know if I can get in legal trouble for it. I'm not sure. I can tell you in a private message if you want to. The guy's a total fraud. Total fraud. He claims to know 18 or 19 different styles of Chinese martial arts. I don't claim to know all of those, but I do know a couple of them. And I've seen demos that he did before. And they're garbage. They're total garbage. Okay? So, whatever. Okay? Don't you know, you need to actually see what someone can do. You need to actually, you know, see it work under real pressure testing to understand that it can work. Okay? And that's it. Okay? Um, you know, I'm not sure how what else I can say. The average layperson might not know how to differentiate, and that's a real problem because you go to a supposed professional trusting them to know what they're doing, and they can't show you stuff. You know, anyone who I ever train with who wants to see it work, who wants to feel it work, I have no problem. I'll show you how it works. We'll put on gear and we'll do it. Okay, not everyone likes to be filmed doing that, which is why I don't actually have a lot of film footage of that. I think there's some footage of me actually out there sparring with some other people and things, but it's on their YouTube channels and stuff. But I don't actually like to do a lot of that myself, just because people aren't comfortable with it sometimes. Okay, um, but hey, if they want to, I can do it anytime. Okay, and I'll show you how it works, and you'll understand that it does work. Okay, but just realize that someone making claim to a certain lineage, that doesn't really mean that much. Okay, like I said before, anyone who wants to know my lineage, I mean, I can tell you. Pretty simple, really. I was trained by Mac Mia in boxing as my first martial art. I trained with Paul Chan at the Hong Luk Kung Fu in downtown Toronto. I did Choi Li Fut there, and trained with Sunny Tang in Wing Chun, and finally Paul Styles, who was also a student of Sunny Tang. I've been with him ever since, and I still train with a lot of people I've known over the years and on a regular basis and things like that, and yeah, and that's my basic lineage, right? And I've trained. Those are places where I was at for a long time. Okay, other other people I trained with uh, here and there for shorter periods of time, like Muay Thai, some Krav Maga people, some Hungar people, and things like that. I've done different things over the years, but the major ones were it was boxing, Choi Li Fut, Wing Chun, and then Sifu Paul, which also did Wing Chun with me, and Bagua and Xingyi. Okay, so there's my lineage. I just told you. But once again, that all goes out the window because if you're not applying yourself and pressure testing and doing things properly, it doesn't really mean a damn. Okay. So anyways, so now you know that's my lineage. Okay. So anyways, take it for what it's worth. Okay. But that's it. All right. So moral of the story is don't put too much emphasis on lineage. Okay. You can ask about it, but it's not really that important at the end of the day. Okay. Someone's knowledge and how they can really fight and how they can really use it, and also how they live their lives too. That's very important. Okay. Sometimes you have to do some stupid things when you're younger before you can reach the position of being an instructor. You know, I don't get in the street fights anymore. I haven't done it for a long time. Okay. When I was younger, I did stupid things. I admit that. Okay. I did stupid things. I was hot tempered. What can I tell you? Okay. But, as I became further advanced in it, and ever since becoming a Sifu, especially, No, it's no different than sowing your wild oats before you get married, right? So think of it that way. Okay. So, but anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you found this useful. Once again, go ahead, inquire about someone's lineage if you want to, but it's not the most important thing. Okay, you need to know that they can actually fight, they can actually do things, and they live their lives in a decent way. Okay, and like I said before, all those liars, all those guys who train with a Ip Man for a short time, suddenly they're all Wing Chun masters, and they all know the real Wing Chun. Give me a break, okay? So, anyways, that's it. It's a longer video than usual, but it's important information to get out there. Okay, so anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon. All right.